Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming tonight. This is a great crowd. Thank you so much for the Lions Club for pulling this together. Thank you to the library for making the great candidate information packet. So I'll just start off by telling you a little bit about myself. I'll try to stay on track and avoid the shepherd's crook there. So I moved into Goffstown in 2000, and I have been involved in town political events and community boards since we've moved here. I was on the Conservation Commission for 10 years. Several of those I was the chair. I was involved in the planning board. I was an alternate for a year, and then I was a member of the planning board for the past 7 years, and I've been the vice chair for the past 2 years. As well, I was a member of the Capital Improvements Program Committee for the past 2 years. So since we've moved into town, I've really gotten involved and gotten a sense of the community, and it's important to consider the fact that I've worked with these boards and the people in the boards and committees, and I really have a good understanding about how our town functions and what's important and what are the good values and morals that we're looking at and preserving in our town. In preparing for this speech today, I was looking at the RSA for select boards in our towns. It speaks about managing the prudential affairs of a town. And I like that phrase because the phrase prudential really has to do with, prudence, because the select board runs the operation of this town and they make the decisions on how we gain revenue, how we make spending, how we preserve our infrastructure, whether just as you homeowners, we have to decide when we buy something new, when we repair it, how we maintain these things. These are all decisions that the select board makes, and it's a big responsibility, and I feel like I'm ready to take on that challenge. I spent the past year looking at all of the select board meetings. I've either read the minutes online or watched them on GTV, and I've attended several of the meetings as well. And if you don't know, everything about the select board is available online. Those minutes, those meetings, they're all available for you to watch and get involved in as well. And it's important that we all know how this town works and what is necessary. So I feel like I've gotten a really good sense of what this job entails, and I'm ready to bring a fresh perspective to it. I want to highlight some of the challenges I think we're all aware of that economic time right now. As economic development is a pressure that we want in our town, but we want to make sure that we do so in a balanced way. My time on the conservation and planning, really I know that we support conservation, we support open space, we support careful progress and careful economic development in a way that is supported by our town and it helps us to move forward. We are not a small town. We are the 14th largest town in New Hampshire, and so we need to function as a town that has big town ideas but small town values and come up with that real balance between those two. Some of the more pertinent challenges we're facing is that we are struggling, like any business today, to hire staff and to keep staff, and we need to keep an eye on how we run that process, how we hire our staff, what we provide them as salaries and benefits, and really the value that we get from that. And when we keep those staff in-house, then that benefits us all as a growing community. And some of the other things that I think we're facing is looking at the sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So looking at the balance of how we're developing, and I know there's been some talk about that, the taxes, how we keep the taxes low, how we keep the taxes balanced. We need to find that balance between revenue and spending on CIP, looking at that 6-year matrix and really what the big ticket items that we have coming down the pike. It's important that we find that we are able to, spend and equal, just like your household, where we have to make everything balanced the best way we can while still moving forward. So I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I do have a Facebook page, Kimberly Peace at Goffstown Select Board, and you're welcome to read more about me in the brochure and follow me on Facebook. So thank you so much.